Everybody's sick. So it's Saturday morning, it's about 9 a.m. I am just getting started in the backyard because Steph is sick and Lily's been sick, so I was watching Lily this morning while Steph got some rest. She's up now, Lily's taking a nap, so I'm going to see what I can do in the backyard. Step number one, let's dig out these trenches. Did I mention it's already like 80 degrees? One done. Quite a few more to go. Two done. Stupid hot. Alexa, what's the weather today?
Right now in Yuba City, it's 83 degrees with a high of 99 degrees.
Maybe I'll go get the sprinkler stuff instead. I think that's a good start. Okay, project for the rest of the evening. It's still really hot out here, it's humid, but for the rest of the evening is to try to get a couple of these things installed, these drains. They're bigger than I really wanted. I kind of wanted the 4-inch drains, but they don't make them with a catch basin, and I just couldn't come up with a cost-effective way to securely mount them, so $16 catch basin with a grill it is. Let's see if we can get one or two of these in here. So I want this thing to be just a hair lower than the patio so that it will drain and never get water on the patio. Or if I hose off the patio, I can hose it off towards this drain. Okay, we got two in. They move around a bit as I connect the pipe up, but I'll just have to fill them in. I need to get some like pea gravel or something to fill them in with. But the beginning of drainage. Okay, I'm done. It's a little before 8 o'clock. It's still in like the 90s out there and super humid, and it's too hot, can't work. So what I'm gonna do is work on a project in the house. I bought these pre-assembled sprinkler timers, mostly because they had all the parts I needed. I didn't have to think about it, and it looks like a pretty good system. And I also bought the base that they go in that's in this picture. So I'm gonna grab all those parts and we're just gonna put those together, and that'll probably be the last thing I do tonight. Which one of these I'm going to use, so I'm going to leave them in for now. Morning. It's 7 a.m. It's about 70 degrees. I'm going to enjoy my first cup of coffee and then see what I can get done. now that I got this one in here, I'm starting to think that the trench we dug might be a little deeper than it needs to be, because we've got this a pretty good distance below that thing, and I think where the final grade will be might be a tiny bit high. And we still got quite a bit of room here, so I may, as I start doing more of these, just start moving the dirt back into the bottom of the trench, because I am very short on room in this side yard. So I got one more to dig out back there, and then we'll start trying to get the sprinkler valve manifold that I put together last night put in there. That one was a lot easier. Sitting down in the last little remnants of shade here. It's late in the day. I actually don't even know what time it is. I had to stop doing the outside work. Steph is not feeling well, and Lily is recovering. She's doing good, but that means she's kind of a handful. So spent a bunch of the day in there helping out, being dad. Anyway, it's super hot, so like yesterday, I'm going to cut the outside activities short here. But I do want to show you what I got done on the little pit for the manifold. So let me flip the camera around here and show you what we got. Here's the manifold sitting in its hole. You can't really tell how big this hole is. The cover that I bought for this is too tall, so I'm going to have to exchange that out for the shorter, I think this actually the standard size, but it's in there. We just now have to work on getting the pipe that's over here into the back of that thing, so it'll come in right there. All the pipes are going to come out, make a 90, and then head up the side yard here. If you remember, I said I needed 5 zones, and that's only 4. I'm either going to add a second box right next to it, or possibly pull from the irrigation box that's just on the other side of this fence that I'm sitting next to. That's a little trickier because I have to dig under the fence and stuff, but it might be what I do. The wires are already in there and everything like that. So I gotta figure that part out. I think the second box in here is actually the right thing to do, because if I ever want to water down this side yard, I need one more. So that's it for out here. I will see you guys next weekend.